Hello, Nicole Brooks, back continuation of being debt-free, our youth, our children, by the time they're 23, no college fees. Why would I bring this up? Parents, many of us have what on our credit? Student loans. And one way we can keep our children, our youth that's coming up from being in debt with the government for student loans is getting scholarships, applying for financial aid, also saving. How will they be able to do that, Miss Brooks? Here we go. Your school counselor or your child's school counselor should send out memorandums and emails randomly, occasionally, to apply for scholarships at different schools. There's different foundations out there a lot of children don't know about. Google them. Getting into financial student loan debt should be your child's and your last resort. Another way, federal Pell Grant. Many of us don't know. Each citizen walking around here in America is guaranteed $35,000 in their lifetime to attend college. You either can reach that 35K, or when you reach that bachelor's degree, it cuts off. That's according to your income, of course. If you got a 2-income household, that probably won't apply to you. You probably won't qualify. But if your child get a job at the age of 16 through 18, they can apply for that federal grant on their own. Don't use your income, mom and dad. Or if mom is single, that child will qualify. But if the child is from a 2-parent home and the parents making over $50,000 to $100,000, 7 figures, it won't fall through. Last resort. Do not use your own money. If you have to, use your savings. Do not go and get into student loan debt. Why do I say that? A lot of people accrue up student loan debt, and the first 10 years of them working, they're paying off student loan. Student loan get on your credit. It messes up your credit score. Sometimes student loan people garnish your checks. So be careful when you're getting money from the government. Reason why I say pay through financial aid, which is federal Pell Grant, or scholarships, is because when you turn 23, you will be debt free. You will have open credit. You will have open funds because your monthly income won't be taken by student loan debt. You'll be able to apply for a home. And at the age of 23, applying for a home and getting approved is a major deal. Why? Because the typical loan is 30 years. So by the time your child is 53, their house loan will be paid off. Now that's a loan you want to get, a house loan, because that's an asset. It gives value. And then in the long run, you can use that asset for passive income. You can rent it out. I purchased my first home at the age of 23. And as I just stated, 30 years is the typical range for a home loan. But you can pay that home off within 15 years. Here's how. If you pay the mortgagee, the mortgager, pay yourself because you're the mortgagee, pay the mortgager, SunTrust Financial, SunTrust, Wells Fargo, whoever you got the loan from, you pay them an extra $500 or $1,000 a year. That knocks off years of that mortgage. You got to apply it to the principal. That's the number one key. Make sure you say it's a principal payment. You do that, you will be fine. Now, how would my child buy a home at the age of 23? Easy. Just the same way as they'll give them an apartment, They will give them a home if they have that credit score and that open income. Buying a home is the American dream, and your child can do it, and your child can succeed with doing that. Why rent an apartment when you're making someone else rich? You will never own that apartment. They will always go up on your rent. But when you have a mortgage, that mortgage typically will be a fixed interest rate, a fixed monthly payment. And when you get ready to sign those papers, you know what you're getting into and whether you'll be able to take it for those 30 years or less. Why I say buy a house at the age of 23? Because so you could buy another one by the time you're 30. That's what I did. As long as you make on-time payments and the bank see you have at least 6 months of that mortgage payment in your savings, they're going to give you another loan. They're going to want your business. And you can rent the house out. Have somebody else paying for the house for you while you get you another house. And you continue on with the pattern. And by the time you're 40 like me, you'll have been bought your 5th home. And you'll be financially independent. Financially independent. Who wouldn't want to be financially independent? So take those notes, write them down. Make sure your kids, your youth, they're learning differently now. Make sure you tell them what we were not told. Apply for scholarships, many as you can. Apply for federal Pell Grant, $35,000 a year. Use your savings as a last resort. Also, a lot of students, a lot of kids try to go for their master's, specialist, doctorate. Specialist is in education. But remind your children about these trades. Trades make a lot of money also. Welding, electrician, plumbers. I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, but I'm a landlord on the side, so it make up for the money I don't make being a teacher. But if my mom told me about those trades, I probably would have been a carpenter, a roofer, a plumber, electrician. You can use $35,000 to get that technical training. I think so. Don't you agree? But in the meantime, stay financially free from debt. Have a good day, Miss Brooks.